Yana, come help me listen to the radio. It's almost time for the news.
Coming, Mama. This will be a lot easier if the radio is in the living room.
I know, but we have to keep it hidden until the Nazis surrender.
This is BBC News. Bombers of the Royal Air Force and the United States Army Air Force will be taking off from their bases in England to drop food supplies to the Dutch population in Nazi-occupied areas of the Netherlands. Large parcels of food will be dropped by low-flying Lancaster and B-17 bombers at designated locations marked by white crosses.
Does that mean we're getting food, Mama?
Yes, Yana, we're finally going to have something to eat. And I think maybe we can put that radio back in the living room soon.
Off we go, into the wild blue yonder, climbing high, into the sun. If they come, soon to be our thunder, and a boy, give it a gun, give it a gun! Down we dive, spotting a flame from under, off with one, hell of a roar. We live in fame, or go down in flames, hey, nothing will stop the Army Air Force.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Want to grow rocks and trees?
We did that yesterday.
Hi guys, this is Dirk. He just moved here from the city.
Hi.
It's going to be hard getting used to living out here in the country where nothing exciting ever happens.
That's not true. A lot of exciting things happen.
Like what?
Last week my dog ate my gym socks. Him? Lots of exciting stuff used to happen here.
There's a secret room in Willem's house.
Back during World War II, my grandma was in the resistance and she hid people from the Nazis in there.
Really?
Yeah, you want to see it?
Sure. Wow, this is cool.
Actually, it gets pretty hot up here in the summer.
So what happened here during the war? Tons of exciting stuff.
My grandma told us all about it. World War II began in 1939. In 1940, the German Nazis took over the Netherlands. My grandma, Rika, and her brothers, Pete and Jan, were sent by their parents to live in this house during the war because there wasn't enough food in the city. Their cousin, Henrietta, was in the resistance and used this secret room to hide Jews and other people the Nazis were after. Pete, Rika, and Jan helped with resistance work too.
One day, the Nazis took over this house and gave it to Colonel Steinman and his family, including his kids Klaus and Gretel. The Nazis found out that cousin Henrietta was in the resistance, and they tried to arrest her, but she got away.
So cousin Henrietta, plus Pete, Rika, and Jan, plus the kids who had been hiding in the secret room, plus boys named Wim and Bart, whose parents were resistance workers, plus Jim, he was an American aviator who had been shot down, all ended up hiding out in another secret room in a house near here.
Then what?
People from the resistance got Jim, the aviator, back to his airbase in England. Hans, the oldest boy from the secret room, made fake IDs for everyone else. Anton and Rena, her cousin Henrietta's friends in the resistance, found safe places for everyone to stay on farms way out in the country.
Did they have to hide in secret rooms?
No, they had fake IDs with fake names so they didn't have to hide.
Pete, Rika, Jan, and Bart were all sent to stay at Mrs. Hendrickson's house. Cousin Henrietta was staying at another house nearby.
Did the Nazis discover their true identities?
Nope, they kept on working for the resistance and the Nazis never found out.
At the very end of the war, some really crazy things happened.
Like what?
In areas of the Netherlands where people were starving, food started to drop from the sky.
Look how low those American planes are flying. They're such an easy target.
You know we're forbidden to shoot at them. They're delivering food to the areas of the Netherlands where people are starving.
In the Hitler Youth, we weren't taught to give food to the enemy. We were taught to completely destroy the enemy. No need for anti-aircraft guns. They're flying so low I could shoot them with my rifle.
Our commander says that Germans who shoot at the food delivery planes will be prosecuted as war criminals.
Who's going to prosecute us? We are going to win the war. We are the master race. We are destined to rule the world.
We are not winning the war. Portions of Europe are being liberated every day. We are running out of supplies, weapons, ammunition, and soldiers. Have you noticed now that most of the army is with old men like me and kids like you?
I'm not a kid. I'm Hitler Youth. I am willing to die for my Führer.
Oh, Cousin Henrietta!
Shh, don't use my real name. Now, I need you to hide this very important paper for me.
Why?
Well, I have been posing as a member of the Dutch Nazi Party. But with the war in Europe almost over, Dutch people are threatening to do terrible things to anyone who collaborated with the Nazis. This paper proves that I'm working for the resistance, not a traitor.
Then shouldn't you keep it?
No, I'm afraid the Nazis are beginning to get suspicious. I can't keep it anywhere near where I'm staying in case they decide to search the place.
Let's hide it here.
Good idea. I know I can trust you to guard this very carefully.
Can't you stay a little while?
No. One of the American planes on the food mission was shot and has made an emergency landing, so I have to get these replacement parts to them right away.
I thought the Nazis promised not to shoot at those planes.
Well, apparently some soldiers shot anyway.
Won't the Nazis find the Americans while they're fixing the plane?
No, they'll fix it in flight. Oh, can you help me go over these code words before I go? Lovely weather we're having today, isn't it?
Perhaps it will rain next week.
That will be good for my garden. Do you like tomatoes?
No, I prefer peas and carrots. You did it right.
Good. Now burn that up in the stove. Of course, I will have to say it in English to the American aviator.
I want to see the American plane. Let me come with you.
I'd see the American plane too.
No.
Please.
Well, all right, you can come. At a distance. At a long distance.
A disguise.
It can be like secret agents.
We can alert the resistance if anything goes wrong with your dangerous mission.
This is one of the simplest missions I've ever been on. Nothing is going to go wrong. Goodbye, boys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
There's the plane.
The aviator's over there, behind the bushes.
Lovely weather today, isn't it?
I heard it was supposed to rain next week.
That will be good for my garden. Do you like tomatoes?
No, I prefer peas and carrots.
Look, an American aviator.
Who's talking to him?
We better find out.
Come to the plane with me.
Look, she's getting into the plane.
It's taking off.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Let's get out here before the Nazis see us.
Here are the parts.
Looks like you brought something else on board, too. It's a resistance agent. I had to get her away from the Nazis. Just go fix the plane.
Thank you for saving my life. Those soldiers had gotten close enough to see through my disguise.
Would they have killed you just for talking to me?
I've been infiltrating the Dutch Nazi Party, so those soldiers think I'm a loyal Nazi. If they had seen me talking to you, it would have been proof enough for them to shoot me as a spy.
When we finish the food drops at the designated location, we're headed back to our base in England. I don't think we have time to get you back to the Netherlands anytime soon.
In the Netherlands, I'm in danger if the Nazis find out I'm a spy, or from the Dutch people who think that I'm a traitor. I think I'm safer on this plane.
Poor Mrs. Hendrickson.
Guess what? There was this plane. There was something about vegetables. And then there were these Nazis. And then
What's the matter?
Some Nazis
Nazis ransacked the house and took every single nice thing. Mrs. Hendrickson is so upset.
Everything?
Even the cow?
The cow?
The cow is gone! The China cow that was right here! We have to get it back!
Mrs. Hendrickson isn't worried about some China cow. She's worried about the Rembrandt.
She had a painting by Rembrandt? Those are worth a fortune!
It was a very small portrait of a laughing man, only about this big.
I never saw a painting like that around here.
Well, she had hid it away, but the Nazis found it.
One of her Jewish friends gave it to her to take care of before
the Germans took the Jews away.
Mrs. Hendrickson got her friend a place to hide, but the Nazis still found her.
By protecting the painting, Mrs. Hendrickson felt like she was still doing something for her friend.
Now there's really nothing left for her to do. I'm going to see if I can comfort her a little.
We can be detectives and find the stolen stuff.
Hurry up and comfort her so you can come with us.
You can't hurry up and comfort someone. It takes time. And then I have to practice my piano pieces.
You're always playing the piano. That's not a very useful skill for somebody who's in the resistance.
Come on, we have to find the painting and especially the cow.
Well, what is so important about that cow?
The cow's back comes off. There's Cousin Henrietta and this paper about not being a traitor. Then there was an American aviator.
I'm so hungry, Mama.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything to give you.
Maybe there's some tulip bulbs we can dig up. This is a field, not a garden.
Do you think the plants will really drop fruit? They haven't come yet. Maybe we're in the wrong place.
No, they're supposed to drop the food near the White Cross.
Listen! Here they come! Everyone out of the way!
We're approaching the White Cross. Prepare to drop the first load.
You can watch out the window.
Oh, look at all the hungry people. They're so happy. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it's the first time in the whole war that we've dropped something that brings life instead of death.
Want to play? We can't. We're in a secret detective mission.
What? You know how little kids are. Always pretending.
Let's pretend we're soldiers. I'm going to shoot that Nazi.
That's not Nazis. That's something worse.
What's worse than Nazi?
A traitor.
She's traitor?
Didn't you know? That's Albertina Brauer. Her family has been collaborating with the Nazis for years.
They're members of the Dutch Nazi Party.
Her father is a land watcher. He reports people to the Nazis for the slightest reason, and they end up in prison, or worse.
I have to be careful not to get this chocolate on my new dress. What does chocolate taste like? I never had it.
It's been so long I almost forgot what it tastes like.
I remember it. It's the most delicious thing in the whole world.
You're right, it is delicious.
So, how'd you get that chocolate?
Lieutenant Schmidt gave my father a whole box of it. He gave me this dress, too. The Germans gave us a lot of nice things.
Maybe when the war's over, instead of the Nazis giving you chocolate, the Dutch people will give you something else.
Jan!
Maybe I'll give you something, too. If you ask nicely, I might let you lick the crumbs off the wrapper.
Get out of here!
Jan, calm down. Soon the Nazis won't be here to give her any more chocolate. The war in Europe is almost over.
Well, as soon as the Nazis surrender, true Dutch patriots will take revenge on the Brauer family. And I'll personally take revenge on Albertina.
Jan, revenge is wrong.
Not against traitors, it isn't. They deserve it.
We never get anything tasty like chocolate. Only boring old cabbage, turnips, and brown bread. And
well, you should be glad you at least have something to eat. People in other parts of the Netherlands are starving.
The Nazis have taken all of their food and won't let more food shipments through.
Nazis have been taking things from people around here, too. I saw a soldier going by earlier with a stolen cow.
They stole that from Mrs. Hendrickson's house.
No, they stole that from the Vendricksons. Mrs. Hendrickson doesn't keep cows, does she?
No, of course not.
The Nazis have been taking a lot of farm animals, especially horses.
Well, they're not going to steal my horse!
Wait, where are you going?
I'm going to take my horse somewhere safe.
Not by yourself, you aren't.
I won't be by myself. My horse will be with me.
We'd better go make sure he doesn't do something stupid or dangerous.
I think he's about to do something stupid and dangerous.
Come on, let's go get him.
Where are you going?
There's a woods to a good hiding place I know.
It's dangerous to ride through the woods.
It's dangerous for my horse if I leave him here.
Little kids.
We have to go after him to make sure he's okay. He can't ride through the woods very fast. We can catch him if we run.
What about a secret detective mission?
Eric's safety is more important. You know Cousin Henrietta would say so.
We'll never find the cow or the painting. It's all Eric's fault.
Oh, little kids.
Come on.
I have to admit, that was a pretty good hiding place for the horse.
Now we can finally be detectives.
But where do we start? The stolen things could be anywhere.
Let's go this way.
Cheers. You shouldn't be using that.
Come on, I couldn't resist just taking one drink out of this thing.
That's from Mrs. Hendrickson's house. It was right next to the cow.
Put it away and let's get going. And we can't put the valuables into the wagon until we find a horse to pull it. And if we don't get everything out of here before we surrender, the Dutch people will come in and steal it all.
Steal it back.
Don't talk about surrender.
You know as well as I do, it's only a matter of time. Did you lock the door?
Of course. Let's go.
There must be a building in these bushes somewhere.
The beer stand is in there. The cow and the painting probably are too.
We can't get in. It's locked.
There's a window.
Great, we can get in through the window, grab the cow and the painting, unlock the door from the inside, and be out in no time. Here you go, Bert.
I think this is going to take a little longer than we thought.
Start looking.
Here.
Wrong cow.
Is this it?
No.
How about this?
That's a deer.
Oh, a dog.
A moose.
An elephant.
What is this?
Here it is.
Don't bother to take the cow, just get the paper out and hide it in your shoe.
Where's the painting?
I don't know. I don't see any paintings in here.
Did they find a horse yet?
No, but several soldiers are checking the farms. They'll find one soon.
I want to show you our latest acquisition, an exquisite little painting by Rembrandt.
A Rembrandt? That's probably worth more than everything else in here combined. Aren't you worried one of the other soldiers might steal it?
Yes, that's why I hid it under the cover of a hideous silver serving tray. No one would look twice at that ugly old thing. Now, where's the key?
I thought you had it.
I thought you had it. Wait, there it is.
That was really close.
Where's the painting?
Under my shirt.
Well, that looks pretty obvious.
Do you have a better idea?
No. Boy, stop.
I need you two to help me.
Not this little kid, you two big kids.
Ashland! Go away! Ow! Stop it! Get out of here, you little pest!
Yeah, get out of here! Good, you got rid of him. Now you can carry these for me.
Yes, sir.
I need a horse. Do you know where I can find one?
Look, I got the painting.
Where did you find it?
That was Eric's horse and these Nazis. This place in the woods, and a big beer mug, and a window, and then... Where's it? Can I have the thing?
Oh, but there's no time to hide it.
Computer search for a missing painting.
We don't have any paintings.
Not on the walls, you don't. Maybe I have one hidden somewhere. The music's nice.
I'm glad you like it.
You know, I've been on my feet all day. I might as well sit down and listen for a minute. Get up. Hey, that's the Dutch National Anthem. You're not supposed to be playing that.
No, it's not. It's just a part of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata that sounds like the Dutch national anthem.
Really?
Sure. Lots of famous music has parts in it that sounds just like the national anthem. Take this Mozart Sonata, for example. Yeah, it's in a lot of famous music. It's also in a lot of Bach pieces.
You know, I'm a real music lover myself. I know all the words of the drinking songs we play at the beer hall.
Oh, like this one?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Why don't you sing along?
Okay. Time. I'm gonna be late. Well, singing with you is more fun than looking for a stupid painting that obviously isn't here.
Lots more fun. Thank you so much for stopping in. Goodbye.
Now you can tell Jan.
Tell Jan what?
Playing the piano is a useful skill for someone who's in the resistance.
Look, there's my house. The one the Nazis took over.
The war in Europe will be over soon. Then you can go home.
What about you?
I'll go to the Pacific and fight the Japanese.
Albertina, you need to change out of your new dress so you can go muck out Sable's stall.
Yes, Mama.
Heil Hitler!
Heil Hitler!
Have you come to bring me more chocolate? I'm almost out.
No, I've come to take your horse.
Take our horse? There must be some mistake. My husband is a land watcher. We're Nazi party members.
I'm under orders to take your horse. Step aside, please.
Oh, we're loyal Nazis. Why would you take our horse?
You are no longer useful to us, but your horse is.
This is the chocolate from my rations. I'm gonna drop it down the flare chute to the next kids we pass.
Where did you get such a tiny parachute?
I made it out of a handkerchief. Why don't you look out the window and let me know when you see any kids?
Look, a B-17 bomber. It's flying so low.
Oh, now. Now, drop it now.
It's dropping something. Is it a bomb? Of course not, Trixie.
Then what is it?
It's a miracle. Chocolate.
I bet they haven't tasted chocolate since the beginning of the war.
I bet you haven't either.
No, I couldn't take it. You should drop it to the kids.
I can't. I don't have another handkerchief. And I'd rather you have it.
Thank you.
is finally here.
About time. I thought the Nazis would never surrender.
Hi, Hilda.
Hi.
Hi, this is Katrine, Cornelia, Joseph, and Itza. They're staying with us.
When did you get here? 2 years ago.
What?
They were hiding in our secret room. I didn't know you had a secret room. Of course you didn't. If everybody knew, it wouldn't be a secret. It was so small. When we lay down to go to sleep, we covered the whole floor.
We couldn't go outside in case someone would see us.
It sounds awful.
It was awful. But it was also good because it kept us safe from the Nazis.
Now Jews can go wherever we want to go, just like before the war.
What was it like before the war?
You don't remember, do you?
Before the war, there was no rationing and no shortages. So we could buy whatever we wanted.
We could even get candy and ice cream and chocolate.
We could buy new clothes too and toys.
Once, for my birthday, I got a new dress and a new doll and a whole box of chocolates. Not really. Really. Except I don't think it'll be like that soon.
Well, maybe not. But the best part before the war is that there are no Nazis to boss us around.
We could say whatever we wanted without getting arrested. Nobody had to hide in secret rooms.
Nobody got taken away.
It's going to be like that again now.
What about the people who already got taken away? What about Mama and Papa? Are they gonna come back? I don't know, Isa. I hope so.
You're hurting me. Let me go. Don't let her get away.
Your husband's in jail, and you'll wish you were there too once we get done with you.
You had it so nice during the war. Pretty clothes to wear, an important job for your husband, nice food to eat, flattery from the Nazis.
Where are the Nazis now? Why haven't they come to your rescue?
They were just using you. Now they've left you to suffer for what you did. Please, let me go.
Not until we've completely humiliated you. Can I paint the swastikas on her now?
No, wait until we get her to the village square where everyone can see.
Where's her daughter? She should see what happens to traitors.
Have you seen Albertina pass by here?
No. Come help us embarrass this traitor. I have an extra paintbrush. No, I have to stay here. Too bad. You'll miss all the fun.
Look, I hit it 3 times in a row. Good shot!
You can come out now. They're all gone.
Why didn't you tell them where I was?
All during the war, I swore I wouldn't be heartless and cruel like the Nazis. And I'm not going to start now.
Thank you.
They're looking for you. Do you have a safe place to go?
Mother said I should go to her cousin's niece in the next village. No one would think to look for me there. But
what?
But I'm not going. I'm going to stay here. Mother needs me.
You're right. You should stay.
You, here.
Do you think I'm going to eat Nazi chocolate?
Give it to your little friend. The one that never tasted chocolate before. Tell him I'm sorry for gobbling chocolate like a pig and never giving him any. Tell them all I'm sorry. For everything.
Bart! Hey, Bart!
I just got a message from Henrietta.
Is she still at the American Air Base in England?
Yes, she'll be back as soon as she can. P-Rick and Jan will be back soon, too.
Will she be suspected of being a traitor because she was posing as a Nazi collaborator?
No, Jan has a paper proving she was really with the resistance the whole time.
Now that the resistance is no longer needed, what are we going to do?
Well, I guess I'll go back to drawing pictures instead of forging documents.
It'd be nice to have more time for my hobbies, but I'd rather be doing something important.
You will be doing something important. Henrietta has a big project in the works. She'll need us all to help.
What is it?
Look!
What a great idea!
Of course! This is just what she would do.
Can we tell everyone about it?
No, she wants it to be a surprise.
Let's start getting ready. Right now!
Nazis.
I'm so glad that terrible Colonel Steinman and his family are gone. Ha! I knew he smoked expensive cigars.
Leave that alone, it's mine.
Smoking cigars isn't very ladylike.
It was my father's. I want to keep it. I know you. I haven't seen you for a long time. What are you doing here?
This is our cousin's house. We live here. Well, we did until your family took it. What are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I don't have anywhere else to go. So many bad things have happened. I don't know what to do.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Last winter, Mother died of pneumonia. I was so sad. I cried for weeks.
Then the boys in my brother's Hitler Youth Club had to join the army. He was excited, but it made me even sadder. Father was always busy. I mostly just wandered around the house by myself. You'll never believe what I found, a secret room. There were some books and games in it. I wondered who had put them there. I also found a secret cupboard with a hidden radio. The voice on the radio said the Allies were winning the war and Germany was losing. I asked Father about that. He said no, we're superior to everybody else. Of course we're winning. Then some Allied soldiers came and took Father to prison. They said he was a war criminal. I hid behind the sofa and saw the whole thing. One of the soldiers left a newspaper. That's why I found out the voice on the radio was right. Germany had lost the war. I read the paper and listened to the radio, and I found out that everything I'd been told about Hitler and the Nazis wasn't true.
It was all lies. Hitler lied, my teachers lied, my father lied, and I believed it.
Oh my God. So many people believe those lies. I'm glad you finally learned the truth.
You can explain that truth to your brother when he gets back.
He's not coming back. He died fighting for Hitler's lies.
We'll help you get back to your relatives in Germany.
They were killed in the firebombing of Dresden.
Oh, Gretel, I'm so sorry all of this has happened. When our cousin gets here,
Will you please hide me in the secret room so she won't throw me out?
She won't throw you out. She'll help you. I don't know how, but she'll find a way.
what are we
I wonder who that could be.
Watch out, it could be a Nazi.
Couldn't.
Oh, right. I'll have to get used to that.
Surprise!
Come on in.
We didn't know you were coming here.
Anton brought us.
Where are the rest of the kids?
They're on the way. So is Henrietta.
This is our friend Gretel.
Hi.
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 I thought you all would enjoy getting together for a little party to celebrate the Allied victory.
I've never been in this part of the house before.
It's a lot nicer than in the secret room.
You know about the secret room?
Of course I do. I hid it from the Nazis.
Why were they after you?
Because I'm Jewish.
But you're just like everybody else. I thought Jews were...
You thought we were what?
Never mind, it's just another lie that some people told me.
Well, I'm so happy we're all back together again. Well, we probably won't be together long. You three can go back to your parents, and so can Bart. But the rest of us...
Well, maybe your parents will come back from, well, wherever the Nazis took them.
For now, could you stay with your grandparents, or aunts, or uncles?
The Nazis took all of them, too.
Do you think we'll have to go to an orphanage while they wait for our parents to come back?
That would be way worse than a secret room.
When Cousin Henrietta gets here, she'll know exactly what to do.
Henrietta has a big, important project to do.
And it is going to keep her really busy.
Maybe she'll be too busy to help us.
Let's not worry about that now. This is supposed to be a party.
If we're going to have a party, we're going to need some music.
Should I go get the little radio from the secret cupboard? How do you know about that? It's a long story.
But the reception on that radio is so bad.
Have something better than that old thing.
Where did you get that?
My parents hid it away when the Nazis took over. No need to keep it secret now. And no more Nazi propaganda broadcasts either. How about this?
American dance music.
Look could this be?
Hi, come on in.
It's Martin and Brigida.
Hi.
You're just in time for our party.
We have music and everything.
Brigida, you want to dance?
Sure. How about the dinner butter?
Would you like to dance, Gretel?
Sure.
Would you like to dance, Corey?
Okay.
Would you like to dance, Rico?
Sure.
Do you want to dance with me? Do you want to dance with me? Do you want to dance with me?
You want to dance, Rena? Thanks, Bert. I'd love to.
Dancing is dumb. Checkers.
Yeah, who wants to dance? Can I play?
Oh.
Sorry, Jan. You can play the winner.
Yeah, where are you going?
I'm going to take a walk. Cousin Henrietta! We've been waiting and waiting for you! Come on, let's go in! I can't go in, Jan. Not just yet. Why? Aren't you happy? The war's over. The European war is over. They're still fighting on the Pacific Front. Yes, that's too bad. But at least nobody we know is fighting there. Come on! Everybody's inside waiting for you. Not everybody. What? Nothing. You go inside and tell them I'll be right along. Okay. Hey! Cousin Henrietta's here!
Dear Henrietta, I'm relieved that your dangerous work with the Resistance is over now. But maybe taking care of all those kids will be harder than working for the Resistance. I wish I could see their faces when you tell them they can stay with you. I hope you find their families so you don't end up having to adopt too many of them. Please write and tell me all about it. This is my last mission flying over the Neverlands. I'll let you know when I'm on my way to the Pacific. I know you'll give the chocolate to the kids, but I hope you'll keep the photo. Love, Tom.
I bet the kids were happy when they found out taking care of them was Cousin Henrietta's big project.
They were, well, as happy as you can be when your parents are missing.
There were many kids in that situation after the war.
Cousin Henrietta invited a lot of them to stay here.
Pete, Rika, and Jan's family moved into this house so they could help out with all those kids.
Bart's parents helped too. That way, Cousin Henrietta and her Resistance friends could focus on tracking down the other kids' missing parents.
Did they find them?
Around 75% of the Jews in the Netherlands were killed during World War II.
That means 3 out of 4 of them died.
The resistance workers who were caught by the Nazis, like Wim's parents, were usually killed too.
What happened to the kids whose parents died?
They were taken in by relatives or family friends.
Some of them went to live with relatives in England or France or America.
That must have been expensive.
Mrs. Henriksen's friend was one of the Jews who made it back alive.
He found out how Pete, Jan, and Bart had saved her Rembrandt painting. She sold it and used all the money to help war orphans.
Cousin Henrietta sold some of her fancy stuff too.
What about Colonel Steinman and Gretel?
Colonel Steinman was supposed to go on trial for war crimes, but he escaped from prison and no one's ever heard from him since.
So Gretel was a war orphan too. She didn't have any living relatives.
Did Cousin Henrietta help her even though her family had been Nazis?
She and her husband adopted her.
Husband? Was that the American aviator?
Yep, after the Japanese surrendered in August 1945, Tom retired from the Air Force and married Cousin Henrietta.
Being married seems pretty boring compared to flying bombing missions.
Being married to Cousin Henrietta wasn't boring.
She and Tom and Gretel had their own plane. They flew all over the world doing rescue work whenever there was a disaster like a hurricane or an earthquake.
What happened to Pete, Rika, and Jan?
My grandma Rika was a famous piano player and toured all over the world.
Pete became a pastor and everyone in town came to him when they needed wise advice.
Jan became a designer of practical joke products and Bart was his assistant.
His patented extra long whoopee cushion made him millions.
Is he still inventing things like that?
No, he's retired.
Maybe we can take over his business.
I bet I could think of a lot of things even more disgusting than that whoopee cushion. Me too. Let's go ask him.
I guess this is a pretty exciting place to live after all.